Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to look at the top 3 things Wargaming have done or changed to make the game better. Now, there's a lot of things that Wargaming have done that probably has annoyed a few people, but there's also a few things that Wargaming have done that I think has made the game so much better, and these are just my top 3. Of course, if you've got any other opinion, then of course you can leave it in the comments below, because I'd love to know what you guys think. And bear in mind, we're not looking at things that Wargaming have done to make the game shit, because there is a few things that they've done, one of them being 5.5, where you can sort of grind up the lines very, very quickly. And then of course in tier 10, that makes it so there are a lot of bad players that are playing the game in higher tiers. But we're solely looking at things that Wargaming have done to make the game better. And again, like I said, this is just my opinion, but there's 3 things in particular that I think. Now, we're going to look at things and then we're going to get into an OP game. So one of those things is collectible tanks. Now, Wargaming added collectible tanks. So before, it was just premium tanks. As you can see, just sort of, well, there's not many actual premium tanks in higher tiers no more, but the yellow ones like these are all premium tanks. Now, what is the difference? Now, the difference used to be Wargaming cannot nerf premium tanks, but they can if they wanted to. So the rumors, Wargaming can't nerf premium tank. They can do what they want. They can nerf premium tanks, but they can also change collectible tanks. Now, people should be aware of this when they were buying the tanks, because before it said these are changeable, they can be changed, they're collectible tanks, they're not premium tanks. Now, what is the difference? Now, the difference for me, which I think has changed massively for the good, is the fact that if you wanted to sell a premium tank, you will only get credits. However, if you want to sell collectible tanks, then you will actually get gold. And that actually changed massively, like absolutely massively, because there's other things you want. There's premium tanks that you used to have that you no longer play. So when Wargaming changed majority of the premium tanks to collectible tanks, there was absolutely loads there that you're never going to play again, where you can now actually sell and get a better premium or collectible tank. And I've done that loads. Like, you can see this tank here that's got no ammo, etc. There's loads of tanks that I've actually sold to get better tanks, or to get different tanks that I haven't actually got. So that is one of them. That's one of the changes, is the collectible tanks instead of premium tanks. Now, there are a couple more. We're going to get into a game, because we do have a very, very good game in the WZ, while we talk about the next one on my list. So the next one on my list, now, a lot of people, I mean, especially newer players out there, will probably never really understand how much this next one changed for the good, because it made me personally a better player. Other people, maybe, I don't know. So what they did a few years ago, quite a few years ago now, is you used to have 2 rounds, well, premium round, well, 3 rounds. You used to have your normal round, your premium round, and of course your HE. Now, back when I first started a long time ago, your premium round did the exact amount of damage than your normal round. So what that meant was people were just running around spamming, including myself, I'm not going to deny that. I think I've got old videos out there where I think one of them was a T62A. Even Wargaming shared it on their page like years ago, where I just literally spammed heat. At the start of the game, I switched to heat because why not? It had a lot more penetration, but what was going for it was it done the exact amount damage. Now, if I've got 100 or if I've got millions and millions of credits, why wouldn't you do that? Because at least you can almost guarantee that you're going to pen every single shot that you have. So everyone was doing it. There was no reason. And honestly, back then, people would rage at you so bad if you shot heat. Honestly, it was funny. People would spam you in the chat. They would message you, gold spammer noob, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, dude, it's there. Like, it's there for a reason. I'm going to use it. And if I can guarantee every single one of my shots penning, then I'm going to get more damage. Like, why wouldn't you? There's a few reasons you wouldn't. Of course, if it was spaced armor, or if it was tracks or anything like that, then maybe you would switch to your normal round. But other than that, there was literally no reason to switch to your normal rounds in a lot of tanks, like the T62, the T54, which was also known as the Heat 54, because people would just spam heat. So Wargaming obviously changed that quite a few years ago now. So you would get punished if you want to spam your premium rounds. So it does less alpha. It does less alpha. Now, a lot of you probably won't realize like just how much that changed, because it made you not want to spam your premium round because you're losing DPM, especially in a tank where you rely on that DPM, medium tanks, etc., you rely on that DPM. So Wargaming changing that, where you do less alpha per shot, actually made the game a better place, because people are not just running around spamming, and if they do, they're actually going to suffer, because they're going to lose quite a bit DPM. If all they're going to do is spam heat or their premium round, then they're going to lose a lot of DPM. And if you're going to get shot by someone, at least they're doing less alpha. So that for me changed, because it made you think about other things, made you think about, especially in a medium tank, of how you're going to play the game, where you're going to go around. Are you just going to face the enemy in a medium, or are you going to try and use your mobility and get around them? Where before it was just, you didn't care, you just faced them. You faced them head on, because you can penetrate almost every single part of their tank. So changing that was actually a massive part of the game. And the last thing on the list, which again, a lot of you won't understand just how much this affected the game, and ultimately they should have never implemented it in the first place, and that was the removal of spare parts. Now, this is probably one of the biggest things in the game, because not only did you have to grind the line, you had to grind the spare parts to be able to get the next line. It was horrid. Honestly, it was so horrendous that Wargaming soon removed it, because there were so many complaints about these freaking spare parts, and honestly, it was so bad. So I'm glad Wargaming listened. They listened to their community, and they've done that a few times. As much as you people will slate Wargaming, which sometimes, yeah, you've got the right to, but other times they do listen. I mean, look at the Sheridan missile as another thing. You know, they put a lot of work in that Sheridan missile, a lot of money, a lot of time, and then to remove it just because people wasn't happy was the best thing to do. So the spare parts is probably one of the singular things that Wargaming's removed for the good. But again, they should have actually never implemented it in the first place. So let me know things that you think that Wargaming have done to make the game a better game, a more enjoyable game. Let me know in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.